everyone, this is Chris, and you're watching One Cross Video. And today we are doing another short, and we're doing another ranked, just because I'll be entirely honest, it's super fun doing the ranked. It's very low-key, and low-key is what I need. You'll notice I might be rushing a little bit quicker. It's because I'm recording this while I'm on a break from work, and my anxiety is a little bit high, so I'm like, you know what? I'm getting that energy out. I'm getting that energy out before the rest of my shift, before I'm done. So here we go. We are ranking the live-action Batmobiles that have been in movies, and there's been 7. It's bonkers. There's been 7. All right, so we're just going to kick it off. I'm going to go with my number 1. Again, these are my personal rankings. I know it's up for discussion and all that jazz and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, what were you going to do? All right, so number 7 is this monstrosity from Batman and Robin. I want to like this Batmobile more. There's aspects of it I kind of dig. The length is kind of cool. It actually, in some way, reminds me of the length from the awesome Batman the Animated Series Batmobile, which is one of my favorites. But this does not have that. I even like the wings at the back. That's kind of cool. But the thing that drops this to dead last for me is the open canopy. Like, he's Batman. He has villains that he faces that have guns. Deadshot is a villain of his. He could get killed in this thing by Deadshot, and that just automatically drops it to the last. If it's an open canopy, it's gonna rank lower for me. And there's one Batmobile later that's higher because it's got a cool look, but it technically could have been number 6 for number 6 or 6 for me, but I had to resist. But yeah, the Batman and Robin Batmobile, dead last. Its length is cool, but the open canopy is what kills it because Batman could easily die in it. No problem. What happens if the Batmobile flips? Guess what? There's nothing protecting his head. Dude's dead. Next up, we have the Bat Tank from Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. Yeah, I don't dig this so much. I get what it was going for. It's Batman fighting Superman. It's again Frank Miller's Murder Batman, so Batman's going to have the weapons on it and all that. But coming off of the Tumbler, we already had a tank, and I found that one a bit more unique. Like, not that this is bad, doesn't have an open canopy or anything, so he is completely sealed and safe, but still, it's just when we had a sick tank motif already with the Tumbler, with more hidden weapons, instead of, like, front-mounted machine guns, yeah, it's just lower on the list for me. It's a Batmobile that could have been better. Much like Ben Affleck's Batman could have been much better. None of that is Batfleck's fault. Number 5 is the most recent Batmobile to hit the big screen. This is from Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, if I was putting this on, if, like, the only thing that was gonna make the rankings is how awesome it was in the scene it was primarily featured in, then this would be like number 2. But I can't just base it on the gangster scene that it got in the movie. And what makes it rank so low for me is it's to me, this is fairly unimaginative. It's a souped up muscle car. And I get that that's in a way what they were going for, but that's still, I like my Batmobiles to have an artistic flair, something that makes them stand out, make them unique, and not just like anybody who's got a bit of excess money and knows how to soup up muscle cars. Like, this is something that could easily be in like Fast and the Furious, which, sure, but it's not Batman enough for me. But I still like it more than the other two, so that's why it's at number 5. Number 4 is the Batmobile from the 60s Batman show, the Adam West. And where it counts as from the movie is from the 66 Batman movie with Adam West. What I like about it is it is based on like an existing car, but it's got the artistic flair that makes it stand out to make it Batman-y. I actually really dig the black and red color scheme. It at least has a window, so there's something blocking the face, and it could be like it could technically be bulletproof, but still it's got the open canopy, and that's what keeps it from further up for me. But otherwise, I really, really dig this one. It is a classic for a reason, and it's one of the better things that holds up from the show for me. I've always dug this Batmobile. It's mostly the color scheme and the raised back, the artistic flair to the car that raises it up for me. Next up, our number 3. This one's going to be the most controversial one, I think. This is the Batmobile from Batman Forever. Now, I'm going to include a second shot to show what it looks like with the lights on, because I know some people are like, oh, it's too bright, it's too much of a mess. I honestly don't get why it gets the hate it does. Like, yes, it's brighter than the Burton Mobile, but it still looks, to me, it looks awesome. I really dig the way the tires are. I dig that the back tires have like almost a bat fin, like looking like the top of the wing, along with the thing on the top. It has a thing that conceals him so he's, not getting shot, or if the car flips over, he doesn't die. It was like the bat tech in Batman Forever was dope. Even if the movie wasn't. The bat plane in that movie, awesome. The Batmobile in this one, also awesome. Just dig it. I just dig the crap out of this design. This is what it looks like with the lights on, so I get it. It's not everybody, but to me, I just dig it. It stands out. I dig it more than Val Kilmer's Batman. But I say what you will about the Batman Forever, the bat tech in the movie was pretty dope, especially the Batmobile. Number 2 is the Tumbler, and of course it came in black. Now I'm pretty sure this shot is from Batman from The Dark Knight, but when we got introduced to it in Batman Begins, it was dope. It's at this point the greatest departure in terms of Batmobiles, but because it is very unique, it is somewhat real. I'd say somewhat realistic, but I like how much it stands out and it makes sense for that Batman. And even though you could say the same thing about the Pat's Mobile, this isn't just a souped up car. It is in ways a tank, but it looks unique enough and different enough, and that scene we got with its introduction in Begins with the track Molasses, which in a way became the Batman theme for that trilogy, was just so dope that I'm like, yeah, no, the Tumbler is my number 2. I just love it. I've always loved it since its introduction. I love how different it is. There's other ones where I'm like, yeah, it's more Batman, but when I look at this, I'm like, yeah, no, this is still Batman, and it's dope. My number 1 is the Burton Batmobile that we got in Batman Returns and the '89 Batman movie. I just love the look of this, the length, the different front, the raised wings on the side. It's just awesome. For live action Batmobiles, I think this is the go-to. And it's not even the first. It is the first, like, for my generation. But this becomes the point of comparison. And say what you will about the Burton movies, and them not necessarily being the most like comic accurate Batman. This seems like a very comic book Batman Batmobile. This is a thing of beauty. And yes, there are murder bat aspects to it, because, I mean, Tim Burton's Batman has no problem killing people left, right, and center, like we saw in Batman Returns, where he, like, kills 3 people immediately. But if you take the guns away from the car, it's still a dope car. So I just wanted to share a Batmobile list. It weirdly came up yesterday as I was celebrating Easter with some family, we just ended up talking Batmobiles. Maybe I'll do an animated one, but that one would be much longer, and I would not be able to record it while I'm on a break from work. All that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's OCR short. Let me know where you'd rank the Batmobiles, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay safe, and God bless, my friends. Peace!